Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Devlingo here again, and I'm so excited for day 3. And I've been trying to look for easy project that I could do, but I was able to get this one on Figma. It's called a payment gateway form. Man, something very easy that I could try. Right? If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please like, subscribe. I've been trying to do 100 days of creating new projects till I become a full stack developer. And if you go to the series, which I will leave the link in the description below, I've had day 1 and day 2 where I was able to, create a nav bar, something very easy. I was able to do that. And day 2, I was able to do the media query and, talk about some animation. And today in day 3, here I am trying to build a payment gateway form. Um, so shout out to Switcher Face for the template. All right. So, without any further ado, guys, let's get started. So I have my Visual Studio Code all set up. I've got my index.html. I've got my style.css. All right. I'm just gonna take this out for now. So I've got the basic styling. All right. I've got the basic styling, pretty much basic things there. I don't want to waste time on the video writing. All right. So yep. So let's go there. So let's do our boilerplates, and then I want to link my style.css, and I want to call it the payment gateway, like that. And then let's go live, open with live server. Please don't go to the explorer. All right, so I'm just gonna copy that and paste that here. So yeah, we are pretty much good. So the first thing we want to do is I'm looking at these and I'm saying this should be in the main, right? And we have footer here, and in the main, maybe I could say display flex, right? Divide it into two, and we have one container here. We have another container. In the main has a bit of padding, right? A bit of padding in there. Okay. Don't know if the footer is in the main. Looks like the footer is in the main because that is affecting the padding also. Uh, okay, I'll leave the footer outside of it. All right, so I could just come in maybe semantic HTML main with a class of main, and in there, um, I need two divs, right? Dot say container, say dot container, dot container one, right? No R, come on, one. All right, and then I could duplicate this using, when you go to that line, you say Shift Alt and press that down. All right, it just duplicates. All right, in Mark it could be Option and Control. All right, and when you all both of them together, let's say you want to duplicate this part here, you hold the Shift, the Alt, and then you just press the down arrow key, and then it duplicates that for you. All right, so the next thing I want to do is say to, okay, so here let's just say some text. All right, and in there I have the logo, right? And I was able to get the logo from the Figma page, which says left side. So I'm just going to say image slash left side, and here on the alt I'm going to say payment gateway logo. All right, give it a save. Yep, that's what we have. All right, so on the main, I want to say, remember, I want to say, let's go to the style dot main, and I want to say you have a display of flex. All right, so one thing I like to do is I like to give them a border so I can see what I'm working with. So border 1 pixel solid, right? So give it a save. Right, so this is what we have. Right, we have one, and then we have the other one that says some text, but I want them to be 1 2. All right, I'm just gonna come here and say flex direction and say colon. And did I do something wrong? Yeah, I think I did. want this to be here, and I also want this to be here. And I said display flex, uh, uh, line items center. It's just gonna center it. That still means it's gonna move it. I said flex direction to be colon. Come on. I want to break them. I don't want to use I don't want to use what is it called? Let's go back to my let's go back to my index of HTML. So remember I've got this div. Why is this showing me like there's something wrong, right? Looks like there's something wrong, but I don't know what it is. You know what, guys? Um, dot container like that image slash slash, and then here like we did payment logo, and another div container, and here some text, right? And here I want to say container, come on, container one. Here I want to say just in case. Okay, give it a save, reload the page. Well, that looks pretty much the same, right? The thing I could do is I could just reload this, then leave it as the default, and let's see. All right, so yep, that works. That's back. So and let's take this back. So the defaults. So now we could go back and see all line items center. All right. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to give the main some height, maybe height of maybe 60 view height. Let's see how that would look. Maybe 80, maybe 90, guys. Mm, I don't want it. I don't want to have the scroll bar. That's why I'm being careful not to say 100 because that should give us okay. Then give us a scroll bar. I like it. And the next thing I want to do is let's work on the other parts. Okay. Well, remember we still have a footer which is supposed to be here, not in the main. But then we need to add some things here. So we have an H1, so a complete registration payment. So I'll go back to my index.html and say here I have an H1 which says I'm just gonna go there. I'm just gonna copy that and paste. And then the next thing is I have this div, right? This is a div, personal details. I'm just gonna come here and say I have another div which says dot personal details, right? And I have some maybe a p tag that says personal details, right? And I have some input, so just come here and say maybe I could put that in the box, um personal dash details input, right? So in there I have one, two, three, four. I have four inputs. So input that is one, two, three, four. The first one says address line. So I need a label. I need a label, guys. So what I could do is just cut this here and say label. For now, let's not do anything like that. So just copy this. That's one, two, three, four. Right. I hope everyone can see what I'm doing. Alright, that looks good. One, two, three, four. Um, this label should say address line. So I'm just gonna come here and say So here I'll say for address, and here text, and save ID address, and then where is the placeholder? The placeholder says place. I'm just gonna come here and say placeholder, and we have another one says city. So after this, we have the next one which says for city. I'm just gonna come here and say city, and the placeholder say maybe a custom city. Alright, placeholder, so an ID for city, and then the placeholder which says city, like that. And if I move on, I have another one which says states, and just gonna copy. No, I don't need to copy. Just say for state, and placeholder here says state. Remember, guys, we need to say the ID for state. Alright, postcode. Come on, how many was that? Four. Then we have in the wrong place. Sorry. So this is one. Alright. I think we should just do this and move it down here like this. Okay. So the last one which says postcode. So here postcode like this. Just gonna copy that, and that should be not a text but number. And here we say ID postcode and placeholder. Placeholder should just say postal code. Give it a save. Then let's go back and see how that looks right here. Right, so that is what we have. So we can start our basic styling. The first thing I want to do is go up here and copy this class which says the container 2, right? And I want to come here and say border 1 pixel just to see what I'm doing, right? Solid, maybe olive drab. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to target the H1 first, right? And the H1 there, say font size, maybe 2 rems. Alright, 2 rems. Come on. Can't see nothing, maybe 3 rems. Okay, I think that looks decent. Yep, I don't know the font that was used, right? Just quickly check the font that was used, guys. Typography. Come on, what's your font? I can't seem to find the font. Color and black. Um, yeah, can't seem to find the font, guys. Let's see what this is. Heading typography. Is typography a font? So let's go to Google Font real quick. And let's come here to Google Font. I'm trying to import the font, okay? So typography. That's not a font. Just wanted to let you know that we're a font. So we could use Poppins, right? Let's try Poppins. So this is Poppins. And then all you just have to do, it's free, guys. All right, hold up, let me clear this. Remove all. I'm coming back here. So Poppins, you just have to do is click on it and say get font, and you say get embedded code. So you could either add it in the HTML or in the CSS. All right. So for this video, let's start with the HTML. So just copy all of this, all right, and then go back there to your HTML and in the header tag, all right, anywhere before anything, you could just come here and paste it, and that's it. We're done. Then to use it now, we'll go back to the CSS, okay? And we just have to say font family, poppins, and sans serif. So I'm just gonna copy that. So I want to say in the body. So there, where's the body? There in body here. I'm just gonna say font family, poppins, sans serif. Give it a save, and let's go back to the website we're building, and you can see that that has changed tremendously, which looks good to me. So let's move on with the other one, okay? So here, what I could do is maybe give them a break BR and see if that would work. I don't know if that would work, but what I was thinking, right? Maybe just come here and say after this BR a line break, okay? That worked. Um, I could do the same thing here, BR, and here a BR, and here post stop code. Come on, and a BR. Give it a save. And this is what we are working with. Of course, I don't like it again. No, just gonna take it out. So one thing I could do is maybe give this a display of flex. All right. Let's go back to container to yeah, contain to. What if I say come on here in container to have a default personal details input. Right. So we're just gonna style the first one, which is this, and we go to the other one. So dot container two, and then the p tag. Right, we're gonna say, you know what? Let's be more explicit and say container two details and the p tag. I want to say font size 1.8 rems. Load. You know what? 2 rem should work, right? Come on. Personal details, details. Right, like that. All right. So I want to say text transform. I want to say capitalize. All right, that looks good. When I say here, I want to do something real quick here. I want to say margin bottom and say maybe 1 rem, right, like that. All right, give me a minute, guys. Hold on. All right, so that looks good. Maybe I could try to do display here. I could try to do display flex on the details input. So here, maybe I could say display flex. Maybe I could say flex wrap and wrap it. Please, come on, I'm gonna wrap it. I don't want to do a line break because I could just do a line break and then this stays and you know um line items and okay. Let's go back here. Let's add the postal code. Postal code. So you know what? I'm just gonna come here. Say yep, break it here like this. So reload. Come on, give it a save. Yep. I know why. We have a display of flex and we have wraps. Boom. Just take that out, and that's what we have. Okay, I could live with that. Give it a border of 1 pixel solid green. Alright, good. So can I still do a line break for them now that they are on their own? Can I do that? Can I come here and say BR? And here, can I say BR also? Of course, that didn't work. One thing I could do is for sure. I'm trying to think what I could do to make this a better place. Alright, so this is like this. How do I get this to be down? Right? One thing I could do is say, this is good, right? This works, but this won't work. They get to be broken. And I don't want them broken. Alright? I don't want them broken. I want it to always be on top of it. Right? Alright. Say we Should we put them in the div? I put this two in the div. Would that change anything at all? Say, put them in a div. Do you think that would change anything? Maybe I cut it and say div. I put it here. Do you think that would change anything? And then if I say div has a display of flex, flex doesn't mean nothing. BR, receive, breaking. I could use a margin to push it all the way here. What I could do is could remove the div, right? Leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is, and I could do the line break and use the margin to push it up. Okay, that's some thought process. But before then, let's start all the input. Okay. Um. So you have a class of input, and then here input dash dash address. So just copy that. Yeah. Input dash dash city. Yeah. Input dash dash state and the closing. And here input dash dash postal code, right? So everything with a class of input dot the personal detail input. So dot input. I wanna say you have a 14 month 14 of 1 RAM, 2 RAMs, top and bottom and left to right. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks more like what we want. Border radius 0.5 frames, just some small rounded corners. I know I could just say 1 pixel. And if you look, we have this color, right? So I'm just gonna copy that for the input. I so I'm just gonna come and say border 1 pixel solid. I think that should be it. That be the color. Yes, that is it. The 1 pixel didn't do much. So let's leave it at a 0.5 frames. Okay, good. Um, Now another thing I want to do, guys, is this looks good. This doesn't look good to me. And if I break it, it doesn't go all the way up. Hmm. The input display grid template column, unfr, grid template rows, unfr. Let's see. Come on, chart. What is this chart? Let's remove the line break. I'm gonna take this out. Also wanna take a little bit of sequences we'll be working with. And let's see. Now, if I break this, will it work? If I say PR here, good, it worked, guys. And then if I come here again, I say BR, it worked. Then here, BR, it worked too. Good, guys. So we are done with that part. Yep, it looks really amazing. All the inputs should have a margin bottom, or all the labels rather. So let's go back there. I don't need to class them. All I have to do is a personal detail input, all labels, right? Margin bottom of maybe 1 range. Alright, that is good. There's so much space in between them. I don't know where the spacing is coming from between them here. Right, but all I have to do is just inspect the label. Okay, okay, okay. They're all coming from the label, right? With I could come here and say with a max content. And I didn't do much. What if I say fit content? You know, we have a display of grid, so I don't think that would work. So I could come here and say gap, um, that's colon gap, right? Um, colon gap. I could say -2 rands. We'll go -5. Without give it a say. I literally don't know where the spacing is coming from. So let's keep going. I don't want that to waste our time. So the next thing I want to do is I want to start all the placeholders. So the personal details, the input, and then the placeholder. They have a color of this, right? If this, come on, and they have a text transform of capitalize. Good, that looks decent. All right. The next thing I want to do is style the labels. Okay. A font size of 1.2 rands, maybe come on 1.5. Reload the page. This don't see much to rands. Come on, chat. Or I should not working. 10. Oh, I can't really say why it's not working. But one thing I could do for sure is to make sure it's working, right? um span. Can I write the span directly? Yeah, um, like that. Um, so, alright, let's go back to where we're coming from. And these don't work. I could just go back to label with a span, let's say Bordeaux, to see if that is working. Okay, um, now let's take that off. We just want to see if it's gonna work. Font size, 2 grams. Alright guys, that is fixed. I think I should do font weight of 400, maybe 300. I just want it to be a light black, good. And then I'm gonna come to the body here and say, you know what, you have a font weight of 500, good. Um, yeah, that's it. That looks good. Next thing I want to do is I want to add the image which says payment method, right? Payment method. So I'm just gonna come here. So this is the first div, personal details. Before after the p tag, then we have another div. So this personal details. Then here could come here and say new div dot payment method, like that. And I want to add the img 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five of those images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we come here and say slash. That's one. So we say slash. Another one. Right? We come here say slash. Two. And here slash. And then here 3. And then here we say 4. Right? Give it a save. Alright, good. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to copy this, go to my CSS, alright, and down below I want to say this guy has a display of flex, right? I want to flex it all, and there you go. I was very fast. So line items as power flex center, good. Do I need to give them some spacing? Yep. So we could do that by just saying gap. So I could say gap, let's say 1 rems. Okay, maybe a little bit more, 2 rems. Yup. Yeah, that's it. So the next thing I want to do is you know what? I'm just gonna take out the margin on the H1 here, right? And I'm gonna put it on the div. Okay, the personal details. This one. Okay, I'm gonna come here because I want to give it a margin top and bottom. Okay, so we're just gonna come here and say margin. Maybe 2 rems top and bottom, 0 rems left and right. Good. And then yup, that's it. Then here I will just remove this. Yep. Now the final thing is the next one, which is this. Alright, so we have this guy here, a card details. So after you say dot card dash details, and we have a p tag that says card details. So card details. Come on, not that one. Alright, and we have we have four inputs this time. So the card dash details input, right? And we have the, come on, label, come on, label. Here we want to say something, and we need the input. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. You know what? 1, 2. This stays in another div, right? This stays in another div, and the 1 and 2. Okay, good job, guys. The next thing I want to do is go there and see how that looks. All right, so we have card holder's name, card holder's name. So the first one here, card holder's name. Let's skip it and spawn real quick. So for card name, maybe, and you're gonna copy that. Input text ID for card name, right? And the next one is card number. So just gonna come here, come on, card number. So card for card num. So also here like that, and we have expiry. Now we should go right here. Let's say expiry. Okay. For expiry, don't need to say anything much. All right. And CVC. So we come here. After this, that should be CVC, and we have a span. We say CVC and CVC. Good. I want to have a class of how did I put the other one? Class input. Alright, so the class of input input CVC. Alright, and the next thing is placeholder. No, what's CVC? And the type here should be a number. Alright, just gonna copy this, do the same thing here, placeholder expiry, right? The expiry type should be date, and then I'm moving on. I want to come here and say card num, so this should be a number, right? And this should be not CVC expiry. Okay, moving on to the next one, and here should be card num. Yep. And I want to come here also and say the same thing. The placeholder here should be card seen on your card, seen on your card, and the placeholder name also. No CVC card name, and then the placeholder should say seen on your card. Alright, that was a lot. So now when we go to the CSS, I think I want to reduce the images for these guys. I want to come here right here. So right down there for all image, I want to say you will have a width of, come on, width of maybe 5 frames. So let's keep it at 10. Payment method, maybe 8. 8 looks good to me. Just realized that the payment methods are not showing up, right? Because we have something called payment methods there. Okay, and the one must be done. So another D, the dot payment dash methods img. So we do this, and then we'll come here and say beta payment. Come on, payment methods. All right. Maybe reload. Let's leave it. Let's leave it like that. Maybe I need to. What do you think? No, I think the p-tab works more better. Okay. So if this supposed to be a display of flex direction, colon. Don't want to align item center anymore. Good. Or I can still justify content to the center. Yep. Payment methods. Image. Okay. Gap 2 rems. Payment method. img like that. Right. Let's see. Now I'm gonna take this out. Just save. And then you also will have a display. Thanks. Alright, good. Now the next thing I want to do is reduce that. Okay. So payment method img all images have a width of 8 frames. Width of 8 frames. Alright, good. The payment methods. The payment method, the p tag there. I want to say you have a font size of 2 rems. Good. That looks way better. So if we come back to the card details page, in the card details, I have a class of dot card details. So dot card details and border 1 pixel solid red. Alright, good. I have a p tag. Dot card details, the p tag. I want to have a font size. Normal convention 2 rems. Good guys, this is amazing. Now the next thing I want to do is say you have, not you right now, just come here, card details underscore input, right? I want to be able to style them. One thing I could do is I could say you have a display of grid, right? Which is 1 column and 3 rows. Display, let's see, I could say you have a display of grid and grid Create template rows, one FR, one FR, something like that. Let's go back there. Right. Then now I could send in the line breaks. Alright. Let's see how that looks. Let's go back there. Here now, no, here. After here, I could say BR. Come here also BR. Then come here also and say BR. And right here, say BR. Alright. 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 But I don't want it to have a lot of spacing. So so for card input details to leave there. You also have a display of grid. So grid template columns. There should be one FR, one FR. Aha. Amazing. 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 So one thing I want to do is I want to be able to move all of them to a particular length. Right. Dot card input and then all input there, right, should have a padding. They have different paddings, do they? I think they have same padding. I think they have same padding with the inputs above. Come on. I'm trying to look for the inputs. So this is the input, right? Same thing. So what I could do is I could come here and say all inputs, right? And I'm just gonna cut all of this like this and put them here like this. And then I could say the same thing here, all input placeholders. Good job. The next thing is I want to be able to move this all the way to that point. Yep. So let's go back there. Let's say width, let's say 60% maybe. You know, what about if I say 80%? Right, right. Let me zoom in a little bit more, a little bit more. Let's say 100%. Maybe 90. Maybe 90 is good. What about if I say 95? Good, somewhere right about there. I'm just gonna reduce this guy to the length. So the input with the input CVC width of 9%. Good, good. I'm just gonna come here and say gap to rems. Rems. Not that one. I need a gap here. That's where I want a gap. So row gap. Maybe just rems. And let's see. Good. Think I should give the labels some margin bottom, right? All labels. Okay, you know what? I want all labels now should have a margin bottom. Jersey. Don't think Nah, you know what? Just do the margin bottom. So rather than saying, I could just say all levels have a margin bottom like this, and then I could go back to where I said gap, row gap here, just take it out, and yep. So you know what? Give it another one run. Good. All span, all label with the class of span. Now I want to say display inline block. Okay, and then I want to say margin bottom one, maybe 0.5 something small. 1 rand, maybe two. Well, I know why, because it's inside the label. Oh, we're doing the wrong thing. Margin bottom. I want it very small, maybe like 0.5. Good, good one, guys. This looks really good. Right. I don't think this is a date. I think this is just a normal text, a normal number rather. So just go back there, and rather than saying date, just leave it as default num. And yep. So here I could say 20/3. Good. Alright, that's good. One thing I could do is for the input right here, I could say the padding top and bottom I could just do maybe a little bit more like 1.5. That is way too much. Maybe 1.2. Alright. Then the border radius I could add a little bit more, maybe like 0.8. Alright, that works. That works. Now one thing I could do is this p tag I need to the p tag, right? I need to give them a margin button. Margin button. Come on. Margin bottom one, and do the same. Yep. So you know what? Do something here and say all of the p tags will have a margin bottom of 1 range, and just take this out like this. Give it a save, reload. Come on, 1 range. Good. All of the p tags have a margin bottom of 1. And we're almost done, guys. Come on. All we just need now is the button, and the button says next. So this is the new div, right? Card details. And then here I could say a button, card details. Not that one, details. Right? Okay. I need to get the color, guys. That's why I'm clicking on that. So just do this. Go button, and just go there, and very quickly I'm gonna come here and say button, and I want to say border none. So background, so this, right? What's the color like? That's white. So the color should be white. Yep. So padding here and there. So padding one rams, top and bottom. Uh, let's see. We need some border radius. So border radius 0.8 rams. Yep. So we need some width of 100%. All right. So I don't want to cover up the whole thing. Think that was 95%. Good. That looks good. Uh, font weight maybe 600. Good. Top and bottom 1.5 frames. Left and right 1 frames. Good. So margin top. Come on, margin top. So 1 frames. Okay. Okay, guys, that looks good. Now, I want to move them all the way somewhere around here. That should be inside of the main. So when I go back to the main, right, display flex. If I had set grid, and then I said grid template columns 1FR, 1FR, how would it have looked? See, this is how it would have looked. And then if I had decided to pad in maybe 5 frames, maybe pad it even more, maybe 10. Now, I would have had a problem with, so let's go to the dot contain one with 5 frames. That is going to shrink it. And I don't want it to, right, height 5 frames. So that is shrinking it. And I don't want it to be shrinked, right? The display, to save that, let's see, I'm trying to try something, line items, and that wouldn't work, guys. Because at some point it begins to overflow the container. So do this, right? Do this and give it back the flex. All right. Bottom, top, and bottom, maybe 5 frames. It would say, come on. I want to put it in, right? Maybe justify content space between. Not bad. And I want to say padding, maybe 2 rams top and bottom, and 10 rams left and right. Good. But then the top and bottom won't work. The top and bottom not working. Good. Don't want it to be restricted to the height alone. No, I don't think I need for now. Okay, I don't think I need that red also. Okay, give it a reload. There's one more red I need to take out. And there you go. Give it a save. This looks good, guys. Looks really good. So So the main looks very good, right? So top and bottom, maybe 9 rooms. Okay, so looks pretty decent to me. So the left and right, I could do maybe 20. Just bring them closer. Wow, guys, I love it. Now the last thing we want to do before we call it day is the footer, guys. I know this video has been a lot longer than expected. I'm really sorry about that. So let's quickly do the footer. We're going to add the footer outside of the main, right? So footer, I'm just going to say class of footer. So in the footer, we need one div, a dot copy, right? So we need a p tag which says something about 2024. So I'm just going to come here and say ampersand the hashtag 169. All right, and let's give that a save and see. Okay, just gonna copy that, made by Deflingua. So I don't think I need this. All right, made by, so it was made by him. I could say designed the, no, made by Deflingua. Deflingua. I don't own the template. Okay, I don't own the template, guys. So and I can have a UL after that one. So UL dot footer list. So 1 2, that's 4. So li a times 4, right? So up, so that's me. And come on, so going nowhere, going nowhere. Come on, guys, going nowhere. Right. So instructions, license. So instructions, right? So license, terms of use, terms of use, and the privacy. So privacy. All right, guys, that is it. So we need to start with this one. Oh, oh, it's Montserrat. Okay. The font side, the font family is Montserrat, guys. So let's start with that one. So let's go back there to the end part. So we're going to say dot footer border 1 pixel solid red. Okay. The footer should be a display. Come on. Display flex align items center. Thank you for that. So real quick, I don't want to go up. So all anchor tags. It's a link. And when and visited. Come on, visited. They will have a text decoration of. Come on, text decoration of none. Alright, that looks good. And then the color should be what? What's the color? I think that is it, green. I think we have it in the button. Yep. So that's me. No color. Alright. Okay, so dot footer list. Is that what I call it? That should also display flex Okay, align items and good. Display flex, align items and come on. Let's do something real quick. Reload the page. I need to know why it is on the air. You know what? Okay. I need to get this color. Okay, so let's go back. We called it copy, right? Dot copy dash. I'm correct. And then come on, the p tag. I'm gonna give it a color. Call. No. This. That looks good, guys. Um, font size. Maybe 1.5 frame would do the trick. That is too much, right? No, it's not. Font weight, maybe 400. Yup. Mm, display flex, justify content, maybe space. No, maybe space between. And then here, padding, top and bottom. I could say 5 frames left and right, 10 frames from now. Okay. You know what? Maybe make it 20. Good. The UL here. Okay. The allies. Um, I want to give them a margin of 1 rem. And anchor tag, since I have it here, font size of 1.2 rems. Let's see that. Um, text transform capitalize. So let's just make it 1.5. Alright, good. So remove this. Now I could care less about that. Unless, wow, that is amazing, guys. So yep, next thing before I forget, this one here, the space is overlapping that one. So what I could do is where I have the payment methods, right? The images, right? I could reduce the width to like, let's say 5 frames. Alright, good. So on the payment methods, um, don't want the gap. It's looking too much, right? So the margin bottom on range load. Come on. But then here before that margin bottom, lest I forget 2 rems. Good. That moves it away. And we have this. The guys, I'm so excited about this. I know this video is probably too long. You know what? Let's do the width. Maybe something about 6 rems. Good. Something about 6 rems looks good. So this looks, I don't know if you're excited, but this looks really amazing, guys. So this is the payment gateway, and we were able to code this from the scratch, and I'm so excited. This is day 3. I don't want this to be longer than expected, even though it's already too long. I would be um I would be doing the media query if it's important. I don't think that's necessary in the next coming video. But this was for day 3, guys. If you've gained value, please like and subscribe and share. And I started a new I started a new series called HTML and CSS full course, right? You can also go there if you're a noob and then you felt lost at some point. You can go there and learn my HTML and CSS new course that will be coming out. It's all free. All you have to do, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and turn on the post notification for day 4. See you in day 4, guys. Thank you.